Are you ready to get carried away? It's our 15th birthday week, and you know what that means.
Amazing launches, fabulous free gifts, and a few crafty surprises up our sleeves.
So head on over to the Crafters Companion website, or, as we like to call it, Party Central, and find out more.
It's always Party Central when we are here in the Crafters Companion Crafters TV studio. Never more so than when it is the Craft House, because it is basically like us. You know, the weekend it's well and truly here by the time we get to this second show on a Saturday, and it's basically where we get all of our friends over into the Craft House and we just have a lovely time for a couple of hours. We'll bring you some great deals, of course. We'll also bring you a load of products that you maybe already own. We'll bring you great inspiration and insight and demonstrations as well. But the Craft House really is that one show of the week where we can all get together and spend some time with our crafty friends. Now, this week I'm totally lucky because I'm not just joined by one crafty friend in the form of the lovely Tiffany from Totally Tiffany, who'll be joining me in a few minutes. My partner in crime is back. Leann Chivers is with me here in the studio. Leann, are you looking forward to being totally Tiffanized?
There's nothing I want more on a Saturday being totally Tiffanized, I have to say, Joe. I'm really excited. I can't wait to spend this time with you and Tiffany and get organised. Everybody needs a bit of organisation in their life. And actually, I'm really excited because it's my first ever Craft House show. So I'm really pleased to be here on a Saturday afternoon with you all.
Well, however pleased you are to be here, I am even more pleased to have you here with us, Leann. It's going to be a fabulous couple of hours that we're going to spend looking through. Gorgeous organisation. However, I know it's been going on for a while now, but it's still birthday, the penultimate day of birthday today. Obviously, we wrap it all up tomorrow with a two-part closer with Ben and Sarah. But what it means is you've still got time to avail of the double points, which are available throughout the whole of our birthday event. That free UK P&P is still available there for you as well. Don't forget, shut the front door, the free gifts. Yes, if you're spending £10 or $10, our daily changing free gift is today this one. It is your left fold symbols that is your £10 free gift. Then if you're spending £50 or $50, you are going to get our tricolour aqua marker. Those have been so popular. If you've got the tricolour aqua marker, then my oh my, I've got something fabulous you're going to want to invest in this show. Don't forget as well to stay social for us. Oh, so many balloons. Don't forget to stay social with us as well, because for every time you comment with us across on Facebook, on the Crafters TV Facebook live feed, or over on YouTube, we will enter you into a draw to win. Oh my, what is in here today? Honestly, oh my word. These bags, they're just getting better. I swear they're getting better as the event goes on. You've got a full-size paper pad in here today. Loads of stamps and dies, loads of inks. Oh, they're so heavy. I've got 3 of them to give away throughout the course of the show, and all you need to do is comment along to be in with the chance of winning one. Loads of you as well are sending me in loads of comments about how much you love all your Totally Tiffany items. I'd love to see in this show some Totally Tiffany befores and afters. If you have Totally Tiffanized your life and you have got some messy craft room photos, and then what difference the Tiffany products have made, you can get those to me by emailing them to me at studio@craftscompanion.co.uk. Also, we asked as well that you'd send in pumpkin pictures in this show. I'd love to see some of your pumpkin carving. It could be previous years, it could be this year. I just want to see what you guys have been up to. So I know what creative geniuses we have out there, so I have high expectations. Right, couple of different items on the show for you. The star of the show really is this, and it is of course the buddy bags. You are getting so many buddy bags in here. You're going to get Monica, Edna, Gail, Shelley, Deborah, Irene, Brandy, Denise, Leann, and Myrrell as well. So there are so many bags in here. The thing is, when you get it in this configuration, we are going to give you the lowest tote here, totally free of charge. And the whole point of this system is, I'll move these around in here in a moment, that everything is top loading. You can pull everything in and out. It's all this beautiful clear but very, very good quality vinyl that everything is made out of. Therefore, you know where everything is. Everything has its place. And so many different elements of your stash, you're going to be able to store in here absolutely perfectly. You're going to love it. A lot of you have already pre-ordered on this, £60.90 or £82.90. If you're a Club Inspire Platinum member, you can get this today for £48.72 or £66.32, which is awesome value for money. 10% of the stock's already gone just on pre-order. Now, you've waited a long, I think we're going to break the internet with this one. You've waited a long time for this. It is our rotating design board that you can see just here. So this is awesome. What this is going to allow you to do is colour, but as you're colouring, rather than all the time when you're moving your paper around, you can see here that what you do is the actual board itself rotates, which is awesome. So it means that if you're stamping, if you're colouring, you know, maybe if you're just doing composition for a crafty project or a scrapbook, you're going to be able to move this around. You get the bulldog clip in there as well, it keeps it all together. We sold hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of these last time we had it. We've waited a really long time for it to come back in stock. You can grab it right now, $15.99 or $19.99 is your price on that if you want to grab that too. There's a couple of other buddy bags as well. A couple of other buddy bags for you. Let me show you first the Tiffany Die and Stamp Organizer Bundle. This is fabulous. Tiffany's going to take us through this as we go through the show. And this is awesome because you've got the fab file in here. Then you've got the die storage cards, the 5x7 magnetic sheets, and you've got the stamp pocket in there as well. If you want to go for more of the individual items, you can, but you get a great saving when you buy it all together, which is awesome. Now, something else we launched, and I kid you not, we have sold thousands since we launched it just earlier this week, is the Sarah Buddy Bag. The Sarah Buddy Bag, which is designed for all of your three pen markers. So your tri-blend brush pen, your tricolour aqua marker, they will all go in there, $5.99 or $7.99. This one is not in that big collection that I told you, so it would be a great addition into that main item. 60% gone individually there on that one. And we also have Stephanie as well. Now Stephanie is perfect for a whole host of different things, even things like buttons and gems and pearls, right through to things like your ink pads in there as well. You've got 4 separate compartments in there, which is absolutely awesome. Now, it wouldn't be a Totally Tiffany Craft House takeover without the star of the show, the lady herself, direct from the USA. I'm really pleased to say that Tiffany is on the line and joins us again now. How are you, Tiffany? Look at you, you've got your birthday balloons out. Oh, and confetti as well. Absolutely awesome. Unfortunately, I have a feeling that Tiffany was imparting pearls of wisdoms on anything. We can't hear Tiffany. We'll just in a moment we'll just work to get Tiffany's microphone back as well, which is fantastic. We're just going to work on that for a minute. Let's say goodbye to Tiffany for a sec till we just work that out. Right, lots of you are online already commenting away, very excited for the show. Joy says, good morning, can't believe birthday weeks are coming to an end. What great bargains and product launches there have been, not to mention the free staff. Gina K on YouTube said, just received 2 boxes of Totally Tiffany items. You can never have too much organisation.
You rotated the
Janet, oh there,
thing. Oh, no.
I can hear
Rotated
Tiffany.
the camera,
I can
though.
hear Tiffany.
There you go.
We can all hear Tiffany. She's back. She's back in the room. We'll come to Tiffany. Ah, there we are. Tiffany,
back?
how are you?
I am so good. I'm so excited to be part of birthday week. Are you ready to talk about buddy bags?
I am ready to talk about buddy bags until we are blue in the face. How exciting that we've got so many buddy bags in stock at the same time. It's been so hard for us to do this. Oh no, we've lost Tiffany's microphone again there, unfortunately.
Okay, am I back?
You're back. You're back. You are back.
I'm back.
Do you know what it is? It's all of those Halloween ghosts.
It's the ghosts and gremlins in our
It is
system.
the ghosts and gremlins.
Absolutely, it is. But yes, I was just saying there, Tiffany, so exciting that we've got so many buddy bags available in stock right now in this incredible configuration. And you get that free Lois as well. How awesome is it that we've got so many in stock?
Yours on mute. Hey, I'm back.
You are
I'm
back.
back with you with Monica. And Monica is a perfect little organizer for everything from embossing folders to photographs, right? So if you're organizing for going to a crop or you want to get your photos organized by layout, Monica is the perfect girl for doing that for you. I mean, you are going to love her. She is kind of a basic 4x6 configuration. So you're really going to see just so many uses for her. So Monica, you're getting a Monica. You are getting Edna, which Edna is so versatile. I'm just going to show you all the different things that you can put in Edna. All right, there, I've got washi, I've got ribbon, I've got distressing. So I want you to notice with the distressings, I've got them up. So if you want to keep your ink flat, you can stand them up in your Monica bag. It's just perfect. I've got, look at this. This is like, there are so many uses for bags. Look at this. This is everything. This goes under the seat in my car. I've got a leash, so we have a small dog. You all know Petey. I've got dog food, bags, a flashlight, a water or food dish, and this just goes under the seat in my car. And then if I get stuck somewhere and I need to feed, water, or walk the dog, I have this little kit all stuffed under the seat in my car. So as you're thinking about these buddy bags and this amazing deal that we have going on this week, you need to, or today, I guess, you need to think about all the different uses for them rather than just your craft supplies. So these are all Edna. So look at the variety. I've got washi tape, I've got ribbon, and I've got ink pads. And then you're also getting Edna's twin sister, Merle. And I just want to show you quickly the difference between Merle and Edna. Very simple, same size. Merle has what I call ear flaps on the ends, right? So there's no flaps on the end of Edna, flaps on the end of Merle. And that's if you're going to put something in Merle, especially like sewing things, knitting needles, crochet, seam turners, that type of thing. She's sealed up at the end so things aren't going to slide out, right, when you put them in your lowest tote, right, vertically. So even like this, I've got this one. This is Merle again, totally loaded with re-inkers and glitter glues, a couple of different sizes and shapes of them in there. I've got 30 in there, okay? One of the beautiful things about buddy bags, you know, that little liner tray that's on the inside. So if I'm working with these, I want to work with my glitter glues, I can just pull them off the shelf, put the bag on the table, and now I've got this nice tray. So I can work with these products really easily, and then when I'm done, I'm just going to close it up, put it back on the shelf. Super easy, right? So I can do all kinds of things. Just look at the variety of stuff. And I really want you to keep that in your head as you're considering this bundle, or maybe you need a couple ones. You know what else? Right around the corner from the holiday season as well. So there are so many. These come all individually when you purchase them. So this is a great bundle to get and share. Gift one, give one kind of thing. So if you have crafty friends or maybe kids that are homeschooling and they need to be organized, this is going to be a great bundle for you to be using for something like that. So super easy, Joe. And I know you have the Lois all set up, so you can show us again how that Lois is going to work, and then we'll talk some more.
Yeah, absolutely. I have got, well, I would love to say to you that I've got the Lois tote, but to be honest, Tiffany, Leann has been straight over here and stolen it already, and she is having a field day on the other side of the studio because she's got in there all of her buddy bags. What else are you putting in it? There's going to be, she's going to get the kitchen sink out of the canteen in a moment, try and put in here.
Honestly, and I've got more space. I can fit more things in. I'm just thought to myself, do you know what? I'm going to see how much I can actually get in my Lois tote to go crafting with. I'm just going to get a couple of more things here because there's more space. And why would you not want more space and more things that you can take? So all of those buddy bags that Tiffany has just shown you, and then all of this additional stuff that I've fit in this fantastic system to carry with you and take around. Absolutely incredible. You can fit a week's worth of crafting in here, never mind a day's worth of crafting, all of your essential tools and everything you need, and it's all super organized. So as well as the bags that Tiffany's just been telling you about, I want to show you what else I have managed to get into my Lois tote. So you see me just grab my spray cans there, and you know how much I love all of my spray adhesives from Crafter's Companion. So I had those in. I've got my small guillotine in there. I've got my boxer board. I've got a full set of Gemini plates. I've got my stamping mat, and then I'm on to all of the things that Tiffany's just been talking to you about.
Awesome.
Really fantastic. I've got a collection of my classic markers in this fantastic little storage bag, and I always forget the name of this one. Oh, hang on, it's down here. Does that say Deborah? This is Deborah. So in Deborah, I've got my classic markers ready to go, and I've got a good amount in there actually. I could get quite a bit, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15 markers in there, which is brilliant, a nice little collection. And I've got my essential adhesive bag here in my Denise. And you know I love this Denise bag because the Velcro comes all the way around and opens up, and then you've got those fabulous little organisation pieces inside, which keeps you organised. Everything isn't falling together in one. I've got some of my essential dies here. I've got some of my little sentiment dies, and I've got my foam pads. And you see I've got more space to fit those in and get those organised if that's what I want to do. This is one of my very favourite bags. I love Brandy. Brandy is fantastic because I can get my full 12-inch ruler in here. I can get all of my paint brushes in here. I can take this and have it stood on my desktop and craft from it and know that my tools are in there and really easily accessible, and they just pop up to the top so I can get them out if that's what I want to do. Being able to take your 12-inch ruler and your craft knives and things with you and have them really safely stored is fantastic. But it keeps on going, Joe. Look at the Crafter's Companion tape pens in a lovely little line here, and room for 2 more. Pinch 2 when I was crafting before. In Gale, how fantastic is this? It really is just the storage solution that keeps on giving. Irene's fantastic for all of your little pearl drops and your glues and things like that. I do really like Irene myself. And actually I use Irene for my pokey tools, my flower forming tools, all of the things that I just want to hand with that little pocket in there, because they're immediately accessible to me and I can just work from it and then close it up and take it when I am on my way. This one is absolutely Monica. I love Monica for all of my Gemini Mini folders, paper and little shims, because she is the perfect size to take with me, and actually my Mini would have fit in the space in that in the Lois tote as well. So I've got my Mini, all of my folders and my card in my Lois tote with my guillotine and all of my scoring boards and my ruler and my knife and my tools. I've got everything I need to be crafting up a storm, and I haven't even finished going through everything that's in here, Joe.
Oh, absolutely. There is so much more. Right, we're going to cross back over. Loads of you commenting away. I'm getting so many comments, and also lots of pictures coming in as well. But we're going to go back to Tiffany. Tiffany's going to talk us through Gail, Shelley and Deborah. Now, I must ask you again, Tiffany, where did you get all of these names from? Because it's a sense of amusement for us all here, all the names they have.
So almost all the buddy bags are named after people who are part of our community, right? The vast majority of them, as you know, we teach this thing, or I teach this class called the Get Organized Challenge. We've had tens of thousands, maybe hundreds of thousands of people take that class, and then they join the Get Organized Challenge Facebook group, and they all have questions, and I could never answer that many questions myself. So most of the buddy bags are named after ladies who are part of our community, who are really active in helping other people get organized and giving them links and answering their questions and sharing photos and all that stuff. So that's where most of them came from. A few are family members, and a few are employees, people that have worked on my team, really just that I wanted to immortalize in clear vinyl. So Gail is here, and we've already seen Gail with the Crafter's Companion. Adhesive runners, but it'll fit almost any of the small adhesive runners, right? Also, she's great for paints. So anything that's about this size, paint-wise, And I'm not really sure. It's a little early here, and I don't know. I'm not sure how the ladies, the crafters are over there in the UK, but I just want to say that you could also, maybe if you needed to take something a little extra with you to that event, she is about that size for other small bottles
It's
as
always
well. I mean,
5 o'clock somewhere,
just saying.
Tiffany. It's always 5 o'clock somewhere. And it's actually
Yeah, it's
20
always
past,
exactly. It's
20
always
past
5
4
o'clock
here,
somewhere.
so.
Perfect for this size ink pads as well, right? So I've got 12 ink pads in here. And again, with the buddy bags, if you think, oh, I like to store my ink pads flat, boom, now they're flat. So anything that you're storing that you want to store in a different way, stand it up, lay it flat, whatever the manufacturer's instructions are, you just rotate your buddy bag around and you can totally do that. So this is Gail, and I have been adding these into my lowest tote. We're just going to see again, I've got Leann's challenges on here. So I put all of those buddy bags that I already showed you in here. Did I just knock one on the floor? Is that what happened? Oh no, it's here already. Okay, so there we go. All right, so the challenge is on Leann. I'm packing my lowest tote also. Then we've got Shelly, and Shelly was designed because I am insane about washi tape. And this gave me a way to organize washi tape. Like this is all planner tape. I could have all my Christmas tape together, all my pink tapes together, all my sporty tapes together. So this is a great way to organize, see, and use your washi tape. And again, which Joe and Leann have already said, you can see everything can go into your lowest tote vertically. So now you can pull things in and out of your lowest tote so fast, so easy, really maximize that space, which is really what I'm all about. Memento inks and other small inks, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. I've got 16 inks in here, and just by rotating the bag, I can see colors on both sides, or I can tip it this way, and now I can see all the colors from the bottom, so I know exactly what I've got there. So great for small ink pads. And of course, one of my favorite uses for Shelly, I have all these little curling ribbons, right? And they just tend to get squished or bounce around with your gift wrap things. Well, if you put them all in a Shelly bag, then you can use the bag as a dispenser. And so they stay neat, they stay tidy. You can cut them off as you need them. Super easy. So that is Shelly. Now let's talk about Deborah. Deborah's been a favorite from the get-go. And I just put a variety of pens into Deborah. And I want to show you, if you just fold back her flaps, when you're using her, it's going to stick to the back. And now you've got this handy pen organizer on your desk. You can pull out what you want to work with. And you can see all the different variety of pens that I've got in here. So she's really going to work for most pens. Of course, you want to go with the Sarah for your longer tri-blends, but for your regular kind of size pens, Deborah's perfect. Use her this way, and then when you're ready to close her up and store her, super easy again. And one more thing, right? See, I just showed you this with the Gale bag. If you want to store your double tip markers flat, you're going to tip her on her side or tip her back like this, and now those markers are stored flat. So a really easy way to group your markers together. I know some people use the Deborah and they put all their different blues or all their different greens. They have one that's all different reds and pinks. So super versatile and one of the favorites. But one of the things, like I mentioned earlier, that I wanted to comment on was how versatile these are for other things as well. So I went around the house and tried to collect up a few of them. This one came out of our picnic bag, and it has napkins, knives, forks, spoons. So, you know, if you go on a picnic somewhere, you need all these. But if you lay them out on the table, the napkins blow away, things get dirty, then you have to gather them all back up. But stuffing them into one of your buddy bags, the Deborah in this case, is an awesome solution for keeping them organized. And you can just throw that into your picnic bag or put it in the glove box of your car, depending on your lifestyle. And it's just a super, these are bottle caps, right? Reusable bottle caps. So if I open something and then don't finish it, I can throw one of those on there to bring it home. So just a super easy way to use the Deborah bag to do something else. So really keep that in mind as you're choosing these bags or what you're going to do with them. There are so many uses outside of crafting, right? There's just a plethora of things that you can do. I know some of you have seen some of the other bags that we stored things like a first aid kit in. And of course, my dog walking kit is all in. So just really a great variety of things. So now I'm up to, Joe, in my lowest tote, I am up to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I've got 15 bags in there.
Whoa.
Now I'm going for bag number 16. Oh, let me push this one down into the bottom. And they're all clear and they're all accessible. So look at that. I've got 16 bags in there and we're not even through. What have you got next, Joe? I know we got a bunch more buddy bags to get through. Or did Leann take your tote again?
I certainly have loads of comments coming in. Loads of you are absolutely loving this. Vicky says, Sarah Buddy Bag is amazing. I love that there are 3 levels. Yes, good chance actually for me to introduce the Sarah Buddy Bag maybe. It isn't in the main collection, and the Sarah is designed for all of your 3 pen markers, and it's tiered and cascaded inside as well. So it's got 3 different levels in here, and it's for your tri-blend brush pens, your tricolour aqua markers as well, which is absolutely awesome. If you want to go for Sarah, she's available individually, £5.99 or $7.99 if you would prefer to get it, like if you want to grab hold of one of those. $4.79 or $6.39 if you're a platinum member. And then we also have that extra Stephanie bag available to you as well. These are the 2 newest bags from Tiffany. Inspired Dreams says, can't wait to get the design board. I'll be doing lots of colouring with my new tri-colours. The board and Sarah's buddy bag are a must-have. Barbara says, hello Tiffany, you changed my life with the Scrapmaster and the binder. Connie says, the Sarah buddy bag is a must if you have the tri-blends and the tri-colours. And Jenny saying, hi Tiffany, ordered several buddy bags already. My craft room is all Sarah and Tiffany. They have to go together like peanut butter and jelly. Like peanut butter and jelly, Leann. Can you imagine the amount of fun that you're going to have reorganising your whole stash with these Tiffany items?
I've already started, Joe. I'm on my journey of totally Tiffanizing my craft room. And the thing I love about it is that there are so many really fabulous different bags with lots of different uses. And I know I'm rushing ahead and showing you all of my favourites before Tiffany gets to tell you, but you know, I'm sorry, but I'm just very excited about it because actually this one, you know how much I love my soft craft and I love to take things around. This is my namesake, but not spelled the same. It's got an E on the end, so it wasn't named after me. The Leann bag has this fantastic insert inside where I'm able to keep all of my fat quarters, my fabric design rolls. It is perfect for a jelly roll and a fabric design roll. I can roll up my half meters, keep my fat quarters in there. Everything's beautifully organized and it has that really sturdy insert inside, which is absolutely fantastic. And then this particular one I really love too. This is Myrrell. Do you know what I always feel like singing, Joe, when I'm doing these Tiffany shows with these amazing buddy bags?
What's that?
I feel, you know that song, A Little Bit of Monica in My Life? That one. I really just feel
Mambo
like...
number 5.
That's it, Mambo
Tiffany number 5.
Tiffany number 5. We need to do a Tiffany number 5 song, one of those parodies where we've got our buddy bags and we're all dancing along to that song, Tiffany number 5, because it's what you've got with these bags. It's just such a happy thing because you can keep really organised. I think you're going to have a look at Edna as well soon, aren't you? Look at Edna with that fantastic insert. You might have already seen Edna with all of our Crafters Companion Spectrum Noir Harmony ink pads in there. Absolutely perfect for that, and a lovely tray to keep them in. The quality of these bags as well, Joe, I'm mightily impressed with. This one-touch fastening that we've got to keep everything secure is really good quality. And then the trays inside just keep the bag in good shape. They keep your product inside in good shape. And it also means that they have a shape so that when you start putting everything back into your bag, and you can see everything in front of me here, you can see how easy it is for me just to take these and put them back inside my lowest tote and get really organised, and how much room there is for everything else that I want to use. I mean, really, it is, the word for this is capacious, Joe. Really it is, because there is so much you can fit in. Oh, there's a pocket there. Gosh, there's even another pocket inside. I've just found it. Oh, there's so much you can fit in. And then I've got my Gemini plates in there. I've got my boxer board in here. Is that another pocket there too? There we go, boxer board. I've got my guillotine on top, and I'm going to put my mini in because I had my little Deborah bag, didn't I, with all of my things in. And I'm ready to go crafting. Everything's in that bag. Everything that was in a state. When you think about it, there's probably 40 ink pads in there, markers, tape pens, all sorts of things. I'm going to be short of nothing I want, and it's really compact and easy to transport.
Awesome. I need to let you know that of that big collection that we're talking about on your screen right here at the moment, remember what you're getting in here. You're getting the 10 bags and you're going to get the lowest tote, totally free of charge. It's our birthday gift to you when you buy these bags. It's 30% sold already, and bearing in mind, guys, we're 31 minutes into this show. It is really, really busy at the moment. Now, I know we're about to cross back to Tiffany. A few questions coming in for you, Tiffany. One of the questions that we seem to have is, how many buddy bags are there out there in the world? I know we've got 12 on the show with the 2 extra ones today, but how many are there in the full range?
I believe there are 16 now.
Oh,
so,
awesome.
Yeah, I think there's 16. I'd have to count them up, but I believe that with Sarah and Stephanie, the 2 newest, that brought us up to 16. Now, we've had some that we have discontinued because whatever craft supply they were designed to work with is no longer available. But for the most part, yeah, we started with 10 and then we've added. So I think we're up to 16 right now. With all the girls can make 16. So, and that includes 2 of the most popular bags. So this is Irene. These are both Irene. And if you can see, just because of what's inside them, they look like different bags. So what I've done on the first front Irene is I have pulled the flap all the way down to the second Velcro, and on this one I've got taller ink pads, so I've used the top flap, right, the top Velcro. So this is 16. If you like, these are Powder Puff inks. If you're a Powder Puff ink girl, there are 16 Powder Puff inks in the Irene bag. This is the Close to My Heart ink pad, and I've got 10 in there. And again, you can store these to the manufacturer specification. So if you want to keep your ink pad's flat, you just tip it on its side. And then like Leann was saying, which I kind of neglected even really talking about, the reason that these work so well is that included with each of them, you get this clear box, right? And it comes flat. So when you open the package, you might not even see it, but it's gonna come flat, and then you're gonna fold it together, and that is what's gonna give you the lining of the bag, and that's what gives the bag the stability. So as you add those ink pads in, it's gonna keep its shape, it's gonna maintain that integrity of shape, and that's what makes it so versatile and so useful. So we've got Irene, then we've got Brandy. Brandy's our tallest gal, and so you can see I stole this one out of the garage. So my husband has all of his sort of regular paint the house type paintbrushes, paint stirrers and stuff in there. I'm going to sneak that back before he gets home so he doesn't know I've been taking things out of the garage. But it keeps everything neat and tidy and clean and accessible and visible, and he just hangs it on the pegboard in his garage. So awesome for that. The birth of Brandy was because I am, in fact, a ruler junkie. So I've got all of these different rulers, ribbon rulers, journaling rulers, centering rulers, regular rulers. They're all in there. And I've also got my 12-inch template. So I just put these in with the rulers to show you today, but I have a whole Brandy bag that's filled with my 12-inch border templates. And I just wanted to show you that those fit in there with no problem as well, right? So you can see one of the beauties of the Buddy Bag line is that it's lightweight, it's visible, it's accessible, it's portable. Somehow I've gotten pink paint all over myself this morning already, but so super easy to use, visible, all different types of things. I'm going to pop this. My bag is really loaded with 16. Now I've got 17. And now I've got 18. Now I've got 19. Oh my goodness. So the lowest, which you just saw, Leann just way load up. She just can go and go and go. But let's talk really quickly about Leann. She's the last girl in the collection. Leann is, we call her big and beefy, right? So she also has the liner box. Now, one of the things I've also haven't mentioned is about the name. So she's upside down, right? This is just a piece off the packaging. And so when I put together a new Buddy bag, I cut the name off. You can use the large name or the small name, and I put it right into the bottom of the bag. And then when I need another bag that's this size and shape, I know exactly which one she is, so it's easy to get your favorite to get the right one. So this one, you can see, has this little bit sturdier box on the inside, and that's because she was designed to really take on bigger, heavier things. Also has the close on the side, so things aren't gonna fall out. But things like punches and tools and heat gun, and they're all gonna go in there nice, neat, tidy, safe, because you've got that sturdier box as well. One of my favorite uses for Leann, this is kind of a silly one, but I love it. I have a roll of paper towels in there. And so when I go to a crafting event or whatever, I'm able to take this with me. I've got the paper towels in a dispenser form, but even in my craft room at home, it keeps the paper towels neat, clean, dry, whatever, and then I can just use them as I need them. So super easy on the Leann bag as well. What did you do? What do you got going on over there, Joe?
Oh, it is so busy at the moment, Tiffany, here. Tiffany, what time is it there? What's the weather like? Because honestly, it's like the Wizard of Oz here. I feel like we're in Kansas City. We are in danger of getting blown into the North Sea this afternoon here in the UK.
Well, yeah, as you guys know, I just recently moved to Arizona, so it's sunny here every day. It'll be 85 this afternoon.
Whoa.
This morning it started out quite a bit cooler than that, but I don't mean to be a braggart, I guess, but we will not be having any rain or cold today. It will be a balmy 85, and I will probably be sitting outside in the sun. My mom's coming over at some point today, actually. We've got some crafting projects to do, and so we always spend a little time with our books out in the sun, so that'll be my afternoon. I'll think about all of you guys, though, who,
that makes me feel so much better that you're going to be thinking about me sitting in the sun. Well, have a glass of wine in the sun for me. I'd love to be in the sun. We'll be back to Tiffany in just a few minutes. I just wanted to run through some of the great comments that are coming in. A lot of you talking about buddy bags. Do you know what? I'm a bit sad as well because I put special socks on today because I knew I'd be sitting down, and now you can't see them. So I just thought I'd just give you a flash of my socks that I wore, especially for the show. I felt like it was a waste, Leann, if we didn't get to see them. Brenda says getting the rotating board as a Christmas gift for my sister. Beth says I love that you name them. I think we need a Joe bag. I think a Joe bag would be great. I love the names. It's like having friends in your craft room. Jenny says if you're just getting buddy bags, cut the name off the label, put it in the bag, as Tiffany was just saying. Tony says as well, Leann can't get her foot up on the table, so she has improvised and has taken her sock off to show us.
I did try to get my leg up on the counter, but it's not going to happen. I'm not 10 anymore. So I thought, you know what, let's have a look. These are my special socks for today, Joe.
I love them.
Flamingos.
We were talking about flamingos just yesterday.
Well, I like a flamingo.
Love a flamingo, which is awesome. Still loads of you chatting away. Now remember, loads of winners for our birthday. That is, one of the things, isn't it? We're going to give absolutely loads of stuff away. Should we go for it? Should we give our first bag away? Okay, it's a YouTube winner. It's Terry Gibson. Terry Gibson, congratulations. You are the winner of this awesome bag. It is full of stuff. There is a 12 by 12 paper pad in here. There's a whole host of awesome goodies in there for you. I'll just leave it over there. And I need to rummage for you in my bingo balls. Let me bring the tombola out. The budget was huge for this tombola, by the way. Let me just find your bingo ball. Your bingo ball was 066. It's here. Here it is. Terry, you're going to need to drop us an email, please, to prizes@crafterscompanion.com. Let's pop that into the tombola, give it a good old mix, and you may win tomorrow. In fact, you don't have long to wait. You may win this awesome grand prize that we have just here. Now, lots of you have been sending us in images of the awesome things that you have been up to, which is fantastic. Julia has sent us in this, which is her Totally Tiffany closet. How awesome is that, Leann?
That is the closet of my dreams. That's what I'm on the journey with my. I buy those cube storages from that Swedish shop where you can get meatballs. I don't know whether I can say it, but you know the one I mean. And
IKEA, you mean?
Thank you, Joe. And I'm busy organising those cabinets with all of my Totally Tiffany stuff. It's looking very. And do you know what's happened, Joe? I'll tell you after we've looked at this next thing. I'll tell you. I know I'm just talking over the top of the
You just
reporter.
hijacked my picture segment.
Sorry,
That's
I'm
fine. Right, Brownie's Craft sent us in this. This is a pumpkin, but look, it's crafted. Is that tissue paper?
Wow, it's got ribbon hair.
It has got ribbon hair.
Looks, do you know, that looks like it might be moulded from something. I don't know if it is
Is it?
tissue.
It's like a Day of the Dead pumpkin, isn't it? I love
Well,
it.
it looks like it's got quavers on its face.
Quavers. Delicious quavers.
I know, I mean, honestly, I love that. I love the ribbon hair. I love that.
It's fabulous.
Fantastic.
Brownies Crafts, that is awesome. This next one, oh my word, Sammy Butler, a minion pumpkin.
Oh my word.
Check that out.
Now, I have extreme pumpkin envy right now. I love minions. I can't think of anything better than a minion pumpkin.
How fantastic. How about this one, Cassandra? It's a pumpkin eating a pumpkin.
Oh, that is fantastic. Look at the eye on that. Oh my word, there's some serious pumpkin carving skills out there. That is amazing. Is that actually, oh, I see, it's a mini pumpkin. I thought that pumpkin in the mouth had been carved from the big pumpkin, but it hasn't. It's a little mini pumpkin that's been put in the hole, isn't it?
Awesome. It
looks
really,
fantastic.
It really is absolutely awesome. So amazing. I'm so impressed with everything you guys have been creating. Right, remember, it's getting super busy, guys, on this buddy bag collection. It is our birthday Totally Tiffany show for you. In here, you get 10 of those incredible buddy bags in there, which is absolutely awesome. And what we're going to do is we are going to give you a free lowest tote. Absolutely amazing. However, we don't have as many free lowest totes as I would like, okay? So we've got, a lot of the buddy bags are available individually. I'm gonna let you know that right now. If you go over to the website, click shop the show, you'll see some of the individual buddy bags there. Not all of them. Some of them individually up to 40%. However, what I want you to do is buy the buddy bag deal, this one here, because I want you to get that free lowest tote. And that free lowest tote is worth $14.99 in the UK or $19.99 in the US. So it really is an awesome deal. Very, very busy on it. $60.90 or $82.90. If you're a platinum member in the UK, you can get it for $48.72 or $66.32. So really, really awesome. It's very busy. I am a little concerned that we might not have enough stock there to last the entirety of the show. So if you want it, please be quick for it. Now, this is a thing of absolute joy. And I know what's going to happen. You're going to see this. You're going to see Tiffany demonstrate this in a couple of minutes. And it is going to go into absolute meltdown because you will be doing everything on this design board because it is absolutely amazing. It's an A4 size design board, and basically what it does is it just rotates, which is awesome. You can clip your projects onto here. If you want to color on it, you want to stamp on it, you can of course do all of those different things on here, which is awesome. But it just means rather than constantly moving things around and moving your project around, the project stays still, the rotating board rotates, and it means that it just makes life so much easier. Loads of you still chatting away. Loads you can do this if you want to get your hands on it. $15.99 if you're in the UK, $19.99 if you are across in the US. This sold out. We sold hundreds of these last time we aired them. It's one of the most successful ever Totally Tiffany products that we have. We have a big stock of this today because we really want you to be able to get your hands on it, which is awesome. $15.99 or $19.99 if you want to get your hands on this. Right, let's cross back over to Tiffany because I know she's super excited about the design board. I also want to know, as it's Halloween as well, Tiffany, what do you think would be the best buddy bag for putting candy in?
Oh, definitely a lowest tote. You definitely want to trick or treat with the lowest tote, right?
Perfect.
I mean, that is what we're after at Halloween. Go big or stay home. Load it up. And then you, especially with the new one, the clear one, you can see into it. So you can dig through, especially if you have kids, you can dig through their candy and pick out the best stuff. So I'm all in on the lowest tote. That is totally what you should be trick or treating
Top
with.
tip.
Love it. Plus, you could carry your flashlight in it and it would shine right through the tote. Bonus. That is awesome. Yes.
So
Lowest
great.
it is. Okay, rotating design board. So cool. So a lot of you who are fans have been following me for a while, you know I designed this because I love to color and I was tired of rotating my project around, right? So that is what gave birth to the rotating design board. So I'm just gonna put my coloring sheet on here. And then the beauty of it is the clip is movable. So you can clip your project to the top, the side, the bottom. It doesn't matter because it's not fixed. And then you can just rotate it around as you're coloring. So if I grab a marker, I don't have my glasses on, so I'm not going to be coloring in the lines. But you can see I can move the board, right, with my wrist as opposed to having to actually move something with my other hand. So just by the way I move around the board, I am going to, right, get the coloring done that I want to do. So I can do, so coloring, no brainer. But like so many of our things, once they're created, people are like, oh, I love it for this. So if you do this Zentangle or Zen drawing, right, you need to practice coloring in these little squares. So add a sticky note to the square, clip it on, and now you can rotate your Zen design or any type of drawing, right? If you like to sketch and you know anything like that, moving your board is really an important part of it, right? Or moving your project is an important part of it. So this really allows you to do that. What about dot to dot? This is something that I'm totally hooked into. If you haven't bought the new dot to dot books, oh my God, it's so crazy. Look at this. Well, it's definitely easier if I'm moving that around while I'm drawing with. So all those things are great for it. But what else are you going to do with it? Because I know so many of us are stampers. Well, I'm going to do a stamping project. I'm going to put a piece of paper underneath here. This is one of the things I absolutely love. I'm going to grab a card blank. Now, one of the things that we try to do as stampers is we try to get these random patterns, right? So again, I'm taking a sticky note, I'm putting it on the back of my card so I have the whole access to the card. I'm going to grab a stamp and I'm going to grab an ink pad. Now, if I want to get a random pattern, so I'm just going to do this really quick. This is not going to be my best stamping, crafty ladies here. If I want to get a random pattern, I can just rotate the board, get a little more ink on there, to give me that random pattern as opposed to trying to move my project when the ink is wet, right? So super easy to do any kind of stamping, right? If you were going to do embossing powder or something that needed a while to dry, you can move that all around and get that pattern and let the other sides of your project dry. So it's great for that, right? And when I talk about moving things around and letting things dry, I'm just going to tell you right now, well, most of you know already, I'm so impatient. So this is a second one, and I would strongly recommend that you get two, because when you're doing coloring or stamping or something like that, you want to keep this flat. You don't want to get it like bumpy with paint and ink and all kinds of sticky stuff, right? So you need one for sticky, messy stuff and one for things that you want to keep flat. So you can see I've done a few projects on this already. But what am I going to do with this? I am going to take something like this, which I want to spray paint this color to match my studio. And I'm going to, don't leave the clip on there. And now, I'm not going to do it because we're inside, but I can literally rotate this whole project, spray paint, see everything, right? That's one of the challenges with painting something, is that depending on where the light is, you can't see it. But for me, before the rotating design board, I was always touching it. And then like have paint on my fingers and I have finger marks in my paint because I'm impatient. So this allows me to do a much better job with anything that I'm painting or decoupaging or clear coating or any of that stuff without making a mess of myself or the project, because I'm not very patient. So I'm going to totally recommend that you think about picking up two of these. Well, we have them in stock because the last time they sold out so quickly. Big things or small things, doesn't matter. Rotate it around and paint it. If you are a cake decorator or you like to do cookie decorating or anything where you want to look at all the sides of a project, the rotating design boards are definitely the way to go. Now, I didn't even talk about sort of why they are how they are. If you think about a Lazy Susan, right, you're going, oh, that's just a Lazy Susan. A Lazy Susan is traditionally round, and underneath it has a smaller round base. And you can see the base on this is the same size. It's a big, flat, sturdy base. And that is because when you stamp or ink or paint or chalk, you don't want your board to tip. So like a regular Lazy Susan is going to tip over when you put pressure on the outside edges of it. With this, you've got this nice, big, steady base. So it's going to be perfect for doing anything where you're pushing pressure down onto the board, like stamping or painting or any of those types of things. So it's a great tool for doing so many things. It's just crazy. And I think, I know Leann is a much better colorist than I am. So I'm wondering if Leann, can you do a little demo with the rotating design board showing how you use it for coloring and what you use it for? I think it's just a great option.
I would absolutely love to do that for you, Tiffany, because it's something that I'm starting to use more and more and more in my craft as I get used to using something that is different to what I've traditionally used, but also realizing how much easier it is for me. I've got a couple of top tips that I use when I'm using the board, things that I've found work for me. I'm sorry if it's not to the letter of the Totally Tiffany law, but we always find something for ourselves, don't we, when we get at home in the way that we like to use things. I love the size of the surface. It's really good, usable size. This clip is fantastic for keeping things organized. We're going to have a look at some alcohol colouring with this first. And what I always say to you is never colour onto your dining room table, your glass mat, your craft mat, or any surface where you don't have a piece of cardstock to act as a blot when you're alcohol colouring. So what I've always got is a scrap piece of cardstock, and I just clip that in place on my board. You can see that there. And that is my base now for my alcohol colouring, and it will stay there until I'm finished. It will get messy, there will be ink on it. It doesn't matter, it won't spoil your projects, but it just means that your alcohol colouring will be protected. So always clip on a spare piece of cardstock first. I've then got the image that I'm going to be working on, which is this beautiful floral image, and I'm going to clip that in place, and I can immediately start to get this in position for me with my alcohol markers. Now, I am one of those strange people in the world. I'm looking for a pen. This is fantastic for me, and I'll tell you why. I can't write horizontal. And I don't know why, but I could not write my name now in a horizontal way if that was completely on an angle like that. Everything I write on, be it a notepad, a list, be it in my book at home, be it on my craft project like this, I absolutely have to have everything on an angle like this. I cannot write in a straight line. So the fact that this now I can have on an angle and get it in the perfect position so I can do my writing. Actually, I'm using this for more than colouring. I'm using this in everyday life just to write my notes on, because I can get it in the perfect angle always for myself. That's just one of the other things that I use it for. Now, and I'm quirky like that. I wonder if anybody else out there has to write on an angle and can't write in a straight line.
Oh, I have to, Leann. I have to get really, when I write, I'm left-handed, I have to get really close to the page. Like I have to really lean over and get my head really close to it.
Yeah.
Which is weird.
Now, look what I'm doing. So you see how Tiffany liked to use her wrist? When I'm using my alcohol marker, I don't find that in a natural position for me, because sometimes you're not always resting your wrist when you're colouring. I'm resting my finger when I'm colouring in with my alcohol marker. And so look what I'm doing here. With this hand, with the hold of my markers, I've got this finger, and what I do is I nudge this as I go around, which puts that in the perfect position as I'm moving, and then I bring it back with my hand. And you will find a way of moving this board which is absolutely perfect for you, but it makes it so much easier, because actually what would have happened in the past is we would have been picking this piece of card up and moving it around and moving it back and picking it up and putting it back, and it just makes it so much more clumsy, where this makes it smooth, easy, accessible and effortless for you. And I'm just doing a little bit of my classic colouring here, which you can see with 3 of my classic markers, using the traditional method that I always talk to you about, going through my light, my medium and dark. And what you will see is that I am doing exactly, I'm using this finger and I'm just nudging the board around to be able to get in the perfect position for that colouring, moving it so that it's always where I want it to be as I trace myself around this petal. And this hand doesn't have to move very much, because this hand is doing the driving for me, which is absolutely fabulous. And then if I want to bring it back, then I use this hand to bring it back if I need to look at it. It honestly, you don't realise as a colourist how much you need this until you've used it. And the first time, I'm not going to fib, the first time you use it, you might think, oh, that feels unnatural. I might just continue colouring straight on a mat. Stick with it for 2 full images, and I guarantee when you try to go back to colouring on a mat without it, you will struggle. Now, see what I've done? I've just got this petal in position now, and I've got that in position, and I can keep moving it with this finger, just nudging as I move around. It could not be easier, Joe. And I mean, realise it's one of those. Have you got any gadget at home that you didn't realise you needed it until you had it? Do you know those types of gadgets I mean?
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean. It's a garlic press for me, I think.
Yes, actually,
Because
garlic
a garlic press, you just think, oh, it's going to be fiddly in it. It's really hard to clean. It's going to be a nightmare. And I got on with the removal thing, and now I can't ever imagine chopping garlic again.
Well, do you know what? That's a fair point because it saves all of that gooiness on your fingers as well. Actually, I love my garlic press. Come to think about it, for me, it was one of those little mini graters. I use my little mini grater all the time for Parmesan cheese. I never buy ready grated Parmesan anymore. I use my little mini grater. But actually, it's going to be your rotating design board, because look how easy that is. Now, another thing I want to just mention. Look how beautiful and smooth these blends are that I'm achieving. This is not just about the fact that our alcohol markers are incredible, which of course they are. It's also about the fact that I'm able to work more quickly, because I'm rotating it. So my alcohol ink is not getting a chance to dry out because I'm having to keep to stop, pick up and move around the thing that I'm colouring on. I'm able to just smoothly and easily transition from one position to the next, changing my markers as I go, which actually speeds up the whole process. And because your alcohol ink needs to be wet to blend beautifully, you can see what a beautiful blend I'm getting on those florals and petals there. Helped also because I'm able to work quickly using that rotating design board. Now, it's also fantastic, and just going to show you here, this is your scrap piece that would have picked up the mess. So I'm moving both of them away at the same time. Now I'm going to do some watercolouring. So now I've got a piece of watercolour card, which is going to be my blotter. And I always do that when I'm working on this board. I always put another piece of scrap or blotting cardstock underneath before my project, and then any mess that comes through is taken away and my board is kept beautifully pristine and clean. Now I'm going to use these with our brand new markers that have just launched, Joe.
Fancy!
Oh, we love them, don't we? They're absolutely glorious. And I'm going to use one of my Tricolour Aquas. These are amazing. 3 carefully curated colours, absolutely beautiful. And I'm going to do some painting on this floral here. So you can see that whether it's for your watercolour techniques or for your alcohol colour techniques, as you've just seen me do, or actually any other type of colouring technique, including journaling, Joe. Remember, I've just said I can't write in a straight line. I have to be on an angle. You're going to be able to use this, and you see I'm moving it round now as I do my watercolouring, just nudging to bring that in the correct place. And I've been able to do that a lot more quickly and efficiently than I would without that rotating design board. And the beautiful look you've got. That's about speed of movement as well, because your ink can't dry on the cardstock. With alcohol, it can't evaporate too quickly. You can just get your ink where you need it, and then you can pop it on, start to move it around, and you're immediately colouring, bringing those together, and it's quick, fast and easy, and you're able to get an easier and more beautiful result because actually your image stays still and you just move it around. It's absolutely incredible, Joe. I promise you, did not realise I needed this in my life until I had one, and now it's rare at home that I would ever colour without it. Honestly, it is truly fantastic.
It is absolutely gorgeous. And I just love the ease of use as well. I think especially if you're moving your project around. Do you know what it is for me, Leanne? It's going to cut down on the clumsy for me, because if you're moving your whole project around, right, on your mat, or I just know that that's when I'm going to knock something over, I'm going to elbow something. I think if you're in a tight space, this is absolutely awesome as well. So yeah, I think this is going to be absolutely great for that. And actually, I think you'll find, I would say even, would you say scrapbooking pages, you could use those for composition with this? Even card projects, you could spin it around to see where things are going to go and how it's going to look?
I have started using it for that, for composition, exactly as you said, to see how things look and to be able to move those things around, put them on and off. I'm actually just calling it my design board because I'm using it for so many different design things, not just for colouring. And actually, I've just spent some time, we were just talking about in these times that we're all finding ourselves in at the moment, sending cards to friends and family, to loved ones who we haven't seen and won't see for a while. I've just spent a few nights at home writing them out, handwriting them. I didn't want to send them on one of those websites where they get it printed. And I didn't want to print it out on a computer. I wanted to handwrite messages to loved ones that I'm missing. And so actually I've used my design board to do that, because I was able to keep, turning it around. I've done little doodles in there. It was just a nice height for me. We've talked about the fact that I can't write in a straight line, so I could get it on the perfect angle. I'm using it for so many things. And actually Mr. C, who you know, Joe, he's rather a talented artist.
Really?
Yes, he's very good with watercolouring, but his sketching is phenomenal. And Tiffany showed you that sketch of that eye there, didn't she? That's the kind of sketching that Mr. C does, that Simon, my husband, does. And he's been using this and he is in love. Well, I'm saying he used it, he pinched mine, and now I'm going to have to get myself a new one, because every time I can't find it when I want to do something, I know that he's got it and he's doing some sketching, because he's finding the rotation such an ease and actually improving what he can do, because he's getting the perfect nuance and perfect angle. When you turn things around manually, what you do is you kind of turn it 45 degrees and you leave it there and you manage. Whereas with this, you can get the tiniest change in angle to get the perfect movement or the perfect position for the weight of line, the direction of colour, the type of result you want to achieve. It is absolutely phenomenal. It is a genius piece of equipment. It really is, I promise.
Yeah, it looks absolutely brilliant. And Michelle Parsons says, I own 3 of these boards in different sizes. They even keep, game changer, Leann. Michelle puts her Gemini on one for ease of use. So she can turn it round as she passes things through.
How amazing.
Hello, what an awesome idea that is. Really, really busy on your rotating design board. If you want to get your hands on it, then absolutely do. $15.99, $19.99 if you're in the US. I'm hearing that a lot of you are multi-ordering on this one at the moment. Right, I feel like Leann is in a colouring coma, so I'm just going to leave her to it, to be honest, because I feel like she's having a lovely time over there, so I'm going to allow her to have a lovely time. And we're going to come back to the main buddy bag combo. Remember what you're getting in here. You're getting 10 awesome buddy bags, all designed to go into this lowest tote that you can lift out very easily and very quickly. Half the stock now on this buddy bag combo has sold out. Easy to see why, because you're then going to get the lowest tote totally free of charge, which is awesome. So there you can see all of those bags that you have got in there, which is fantastic. With that free low, so half the stock has gone. As I said, there is really busy. Also really busy as well is the Sarah bag. So the Sarah bag is awesome. This Sarah bag has been developed to fit all of our tri-colour markers. So all of our 3 pen markers, I should say. So your tri-blend markers, your tri-blend brush pens, and even your tri-colour aqua markers as well. So if you want to grab this would be a great addition. This doesn't come in with that 10 buddy bag set, but it would really be a great addition. The other new one as well is the Stephanie that we have developed as well. I say we, the royal we, that Tiffany has developed too, which is awesome for a lot of you loving using this for all of your different ink pads in here, which is fantastic. Now, remember, whatever you're going for, even on third-party brands like our Totally Tiffany organisation, you can still use your Club Inspire discount. Here's Sarah to take you through all the details of Club Inspire.
Welcome to Club Inspire, our free loyalty club. As a member of the club, you can save up to 20% every time you shop with us. For every £1 you spend, whether it's in one of our stores or on our website, you'll collect 1 loyalty point. The more points you have, the more benefits you'll receive. As a welcome present, we'll give you 20% discount with your very first order. Once you place your first order, you'll be given 250 points straight away, making you a bronze member. This will mean that you'll receive a 5% discount on all of your purchases until the end of the next calendar year, plus priority postage. 500 points takes you up to silver membership, where you'll get 10% discount plus free shipping when you spend over £20. When you get to 750 points, you'll become a gold member, which gets you a whopping 15% discount on every order, and we'll ship them to you completely free, no matter how big or small they are. Spend over £25 and we'll send them to you via our premium next day delivery courier service. When you reach 1,500 points, you'll become a platinum member, giving you the same shipping benefits as a gold member, but with the added bonus of a massive 20% discount on all of your purchases. Now on top of that, you'll receive exclusive discounts, sneak peeks of brand new products, special offers and money saving vouchers. You'll have access to an exclusive secret Facebook group to meet like-minded friends, to find out information first and to be inspired by all the crafty makes. We'll send you a completely free quarterly Digimag direct into your inbox, giving you lots of hints, tips, inspiration, additional offers and some sneaky behind the scenes gossip from the team. So what are you waiting for? Become a member of our club today.
All the details there of the fabulous Club Inspired, just a way of making your purchases that little bit better, giving you some juicy discounts as well as loads of great exclusives as well. Bunny bag collection is really busy. I need to let you know that we're on less than half now of our starting stock remaining. I'm really worried that it's going to go in this show. It is our big Totally Tiffany deal for birthday that you can see there. You're getting those fabulous 10 bunny bags in there, and then you're also getting, don't forget, that lowest tote free of charge. When the lowest tote goes, the free lowest tote has gone. Lots of the bunny bags will still be available individually at their full price. You just won't get that free tote. And I obviously want every single one of you to get the tote because, well, you're getting it for free basically, and it's worth $14.99 or $19.99. So do grab that whilst it is still available. Right, up next, we're going to move on to something else which has been so busy before we started the show. And it is this. It is, of course, our Totally Tiffany die and stamp organizer bundle that we're going to be looking at, and this is brilliant for, as you guessed, dies and stamps. It's also wonderful as a storage container on its own right without the tabs in here. 20% of this is already gone, and in here what you're able to do is just store all of your dies beautifully on the magnetic panels, and also store all of your stamps in here as well. Now, I'm sure there are a million other uses which I know Tiffany is going to take us through as well. If you want to get your hands on this, you can right now. £14.50 if you're in the UK, $20 if you're in the US, and it has been super busy on the pre-sales as well. It stores beautifully. There's a little handle on there for you to pour that in and out as well, which is awesome. And you can label these as well, which is fantastic. Remember, you're going to get double points and free UK delivery across absolutely everything. Now, I know Tiffany is standing by. And Tiffany, we have so many paper crafters here at Crafters Companion who own a plethora of dies and stamps. And this is an awesome way, isn't it, to get yourself super organised if you're swimming in a sea of dies and stamps.
This is an awesome product, and you are getting something we've been out of stock in for a long time. These are our sticky die storage cards. So these are a little bit unique to, hey, come on in. Hey, guess who's here? We have a little visitor. This is my lovely mama.
Oh, hey, Tiffany's mum.
I'm not. These are my lowest back. Oh, look at that. What do you got? So my mom and I are going to be hanging out today. I already told you that. So she's got her beach bag here, and she's got our little sewing project here as well. So you're a few minutes early, but sit down and enjoy the rest of the show. It's so good to see you. I'm glad you're here.
Oh, so cute to see Tiffany's mum.
Little mama visit there. So yeah, we're doing a little crafting today and a little hanging out today. So, okay, sticky die storage cards, right? These are double-sided cards with a peel off, and they have that super light tack adhesive underneath, right? So that is what's holding your dies in place. So why would you use these instead of magnets, which you're also getting? They work great, just like the magnets. They're just a little bit lighter weight, and they're a little bit thinner, so you can get more into your storage box. It's just another option for dies and just a little bit lighter weight. So you are getting a set of these, and with that set, you're going to get this weird clear stickers. And those, once you write on your labels, you're going to take these clear stickers. Let me see if I can peel one off here. I don't have my glasses on. I can't see what I'm doing. I should put my glasses on maybe. You're going to take the clear stickers, and they're going to fold over. Now, come on, people. Let's see. There we go. Now I can see what I'm doing. You're going to take the clear stickers, and they're going to fold over the tab on your, how However, I don't have a fingernail right now because it is not going to the nail. There we go. So you can see they're kind of double, and you are going to fold them over where you write. So peel this back a little bit, put the clear sticker on there. What does this do? This reinforces that tab because the tab is cardstock, so it's not as heavy duty as a plastic tab. And this little fold over is going to reinforce that. So that's what these weird little stickers are for. So awesome for dies, just another great die solution. And of course, they are going to fit into the file box that you are getting. You are also getting 5 of the magnet sheets. What's unique about our magnet sheets? They are white and glossy on the die side, which means you can slide your dies around really easily on there to get them, maximize the organization. And then, of course, you're getting your pockets. And those aren't that exciting because they're empty, so let's look at some that are loaded up. So just stamps. Perfect. The pockets are perfect for just stamps. So really easy, especially if you've lost the acetate or you want to keep a couple of small sets of stamps together. Super easy way to get those stamps organized. If you've lost the acetate that has the color on it, you can print a copy of those stamps and put it right in the pocket, and then you can see everything that's in there. So I actually have this dies in here in a little pocket as well, not even on a magnet. And so your pockets, of course, are going to fit in your box. Now, if you want to keep dies and stamps together, that's what I've got here. And you can see I've got my stamp set. I've got the packaging that shows me how to use the stamp set. And I've got the die, another packaging image on the back. So if I didn't keep the packaging image here, right, you look at that and you wouldn't know what is that and how does it work, which is why it's important, if you can think about it, to cut that packaging image off and include it. And then you can really see what those dies are going to look like and how they're supposed to be used, right? So you can put 2 sets of dies, 2 sets of stamps in each pocket, and then you can really maximize that space. This one, I've got stamps and dies, 2 sets of stamps, 2 sets of dies, and I've also got the small embossing folder that came with this kit. So all the things, if you follow me, what I'm constantly telling you is keep things together, you use together, because it's going to dramatically simplify your life. Joe mentioned the things you could do. Look at all these, right? Stickers, sometimes difficult to store because this makes it easy to slide them in and out of the pocket. I've got things like bling and flowers in here. So especially if I wanted to put a whole kit together, maybe I was going to do, Christmas dies and stamps and Christmas embellishments, and maybe I had some poinsettia flowers. I could put all those together in one box and then have the whole thing nice, neat, tight, label on the end. Super, super easy to work with and use. Now, 6x6 is something that's totally popular as well. So I just used one of the pockets for the scraps that go with the paper pad. And that is also going to fit right into the box as well. So you can see so many of the things that we're using as card makers and scrapbookers are dimensionalized into this 5x7 size. And so they all fit perfectly in here. So especially maybe you have a special Christmas paper or a Christmas small paper pad, and you want to keep it right with your Christmas dies and stamps, and that's all going to pop right into that box. Now look at those just lined up on your shelf. One of the things about the FabFile line and these smaller boxes in particular that I'm really conscious of is when I am working, I want to be able to grab whatever I want to work with and bring it to my workspace, right? So in this case, if I wanted dies and stamps, I can just pull that off the shelf, bring it to my workspace, one hand, right? Let's look at some other things, goodies that are in here. Check this out. What do I have in here? What is that? That is my Gemini Mini. So your mini plates, your instructions, the machine itself, all fit into one of the 5x7 boxes. One of the things we love about the Mini is that when you put it on your workspace, it sticks, right? And it's hard to get off. And that is, so it works as a die cutter. But when it's on your shelf and you need to use it, it sticks there too. So pop it into one of the 5x7 boxes, store it on your shelf with a nice label on this side. And then when you're ready to work with it, you can pull it right off the shelf and bring it to your workspace. Just a great all around tool for everything that you need that you want to work with when it comes to using dies and stamps, stickers, anything like that. card blanks are going to fit in here in that 5x7 card blank size. And then again, you're getting the sticky die storage cards, which are a great tool. Now, one other tip on these, they have that light tack adhesive all over the card, which means if you're using them with glittery, messy fingers, there's a chance that that light tack adhesive is also going to pick up that dirt, that glitter. And if your cards aren't sticky anymore, just grab your repositionable tape runner, run a line of adhesive across it, and now it's sticky again. Pull that closed, and you're back in business. What do you think, Joe?
I think that you are going to have so much fun getting yourself super organised. You guys are absolutely loving the Totally Tiffany die and stamp organiser bundle that you have got right there. Very, very busy. $14.50 if you're in the UK, $20 if you are across in the US. It is super, super busy at the moment. I'm feeling, though, in a giving mood. I'm feeling in a giving mood. I think we should give something away. So what we're going to do is we're going to give another bag away, and that bag is going to be given to Ginny Andrews on Facebook. Congratulations, Ginny. Let's have a little look. Oh my, you've got a 12 by 12 paper pad in here, and loads of other great stuff in there. Now, I don't know what I've done with my bingo balls. Here they are. I've located the bingo balls. It's fine. N38, Ginny. N38 is your bingo ball number. Make sure you drop us an email to prizes@crafterscompanion.com so we can get your bag out to you. But your ball is in, and I'm going to give you a good old mix. There we are. You are in to win tomorrow. I can't believe. Tomorrow, it's only a day away. It is the last day of birthday. You are in the draw. Now, we are going to go back, guys, to the big bundle. I'm just going to pop this in front of me here on the floor because I'm just going to quickly whiz through all the bags that you're getting in here because it is 2/3 sold out. 2/3 sold out. Now, remember what you're getting in here. So you're going to get Leann for all of your fabric in there as well. Your fat quarters, your half meters. We're going to pop that out there. Remember, you are also getting as well Miral. Now, Miral has got the end flap, so nothing is falling out of Miral, which is awesome. Remember, you're getting Brandy. She is tall and thin. She is everything that I am not. She is in there as well. You are going to get Gail as well. It's blowing a gale out here. Gail is awesome for all of those tape runners. You're going to get Gail in here as well. Keep up, guys. You're getting all of this for $62.90 or $82.90. You're then going to get Edna as well, and Edna is chock-a-block full of our ink pads in there. Edna, she's a very popular lady individually, I'm just hearing as well. Details are on the bottom of your screen there. A lot of these are available individually. You've also got as well Denise in here. And Denise, well, she is, she's got, it's all going on here in Denise. We've got dies in here, stamps, dies, foil press dies, adhesive, in there as well. You're also going to get Shelley, don't forget, and Shelley is great for all your little pots, things like glitter. She's got her gilding waxes in there at the moment. You've then got as well Deborah in here. She is brilliant for your standard size markers, the aqua markers, your classiques. This one here, this is Monica. She is chock-a-block full of spare shims for things like your mini. And then finally, last but by no means least, Irene's in here. And Irene is great because she has a double positional strap. So you can have tall things in Irene or you can have short things in Irene as well. I'm going to put these back into the buddy bag because I love the fact that they all store standing up in here as well. I'll show you this in just, it's a bit, it's not very good of me because you can't really see, can you? Let me put it on there so you can have a look at me loading this back up. So let's just pop these into here. Now, 2/3 of the stock of this has gone. I'm really worried that this is going to go before the end of this show. This is our big birthday deal. I will say that when this sells out, you'll still be able to buy a lot of these buddy bags individually. But what you won't get is you will not get the free lowest tote. And that lowest tote, remember, is worth £14.99 in the UK or $19.99 if you're in the US. And also, I think if you want to collect buddy bags, this is such a great starting point for you. You've got such a comprehensive selection right there out the gate, which is great. £60.90, £82.90. We're going to go back over to Tiffany We're going to go back over to Tiffany in a second. I just want to remind you of the rotating design board. It's so busy now on this rotating design board. If you've been thinking about grabbing one of these, I can hear a lot of you are multi-ordering on this as well. $15.99 if you're here in the UK, $19.99 if you are in the US. But the star of the show, and the one I'm really worried about, is that Totally Tiffany buddy bag and Lois tote combination, which is just there. It says Lewis, doesn't it, on the L? There's an unnecessary U on the L. I will get that changed for you. 10 buddy bags, the free tote as well. Let's cross back over to Tiffany for an overview of these buddy bags. Tiffany, how did it all come about? How did it start with the buddy bags? What gave you the inspiration?
Actually, cool story. I was at a trade show, and one of the beautiful things about going to the conventions and seminars is that I get to meet people face to face, and they tell me what their problems are that they need to solve. And one of the gals that I was talking to was telling me about the problem she had with washi tape. And I was standing there looking her right in the face as she's telling me this. And this product, the Shelly Buddy Bag, is starting to materialize in my little pea brain. I was like, oh my gosh, that is going to be such an easy solution. It's going to be clear. It's going to be lightweight. It's going to be portable. It's going to be amazing. And so that was the very first one, that idea to... This lady had a washi tape issue. I had a washi tape issue, and she was talking about how she used it and where she used it. And all of a sudden, it sort of formulated. And so that was the first one. Shelly was the very first idea in my little head. And now all her friends are here with us. And Joe, I have to apologize to everybody because I totally forgot to talk about Denise earlier. This is Denise. She's included. What do I have in here? A boatload of markers, and you can see I've got Colorista, and I've got Spectrum Ore, and I've got Copic, and they're all stored flat because the way I have her set up right this way. Now, when I open her up, now this is not what Denise was used for. I was born for, right? Now I have access to all of those markers, and because of the containers, even though they're not full, the markers still stand up. So super easy and a great way. If you are a coloring junkie and you have a boatload of markers and you want to have all of them with you, you are going to absolutely love Denise for getting all of those organized. And then again, you're just going to pop it into your tote and you're going to have everything there, right there, easy to grab right off the handle, right? Okay, but what was Denise born for? Denise was born for dies and stamps. So I got other things in here just so I can show you the multiple uses. But we have the medium-sized die and stamp pockets, which have also been sold out for a while, back in stock now, and Joe can tell you more about those and where to find them. But in the medium die and stamp pockets, I have used those to corral all of these stamps. It's also going to allow me to label them, whether I use my label maker or a sticky note to label them. And then they all stand up in the sections of the Denise bag. So I can create this little file for dies and stamps and embellishments and any of those kind of things, using them with the medium stamp pockets to corral everything into those little pockets. So here I've got different types of stamps, where I've got two. Red rubber stamps are a little bit tougher to deal with because they don't traditionally have that acetate with them, but here I've got them all. Look at, I've got a whole set of them, and they just sort of self-stick in there. So it makes it super easy to keep all of those things together, and then literally it works like a file. But this bag also works great for tall bottles of things, right? So Lindy's Gang, tough to store. The bottles with the little sprayers on them, tough to store and very messy. So one of the things about the buddy bags is because they're just plastic, they're going to wipe clean pretty easily. I mean, there's going to be some stuff that will stain them, but overall, if you get them clean pretty quickly with a baby wipe, they're going to work great for you. So that is the Denise buddy bag. I'm sorry I neglected her earlier. Let's just take a quick run through of a few more of my favorites, and I'm going to load my Lois tote as I go also. So I'll try to move it so you can see it a little bit, get those kind of out of the way. So I've got my Denise in there. Now I've got Merle. And Merle is, remember, the twin sister to also one of our favorites, Edna. So remember, the difference between Merle and Edna is that Merle has the ear flaps on the end, closes up at the end. and Edna does not. And so people say to me, well, wouldn't I just always buy Merle instead of Edna because she has the bonus of the ear flaps or the extra of the ear flaps? No, you want to choose the bag that's going to work for your product. So if you're using ribbon or something like this, and you want to be able to just open it all the way up more quickly and more easily, there's no reason to put those ear flaps. There's just two more things that you have to open up, right? So in this type of product, you want to use Edna because she's a little bit easier to work with, not so much to open up, but something like this or something like this for things that might slide out of it. You know, I'll bet you anything, my mom has Edna bag in her sewing tote that she brought because this is how she carries all of her sewing tools. So like I was talking about earlier, scissors, seam turners, crochet hooks, anything long and skinny like that that might slide out. That is where Merle is going to be your girl. But don't use Merle when you can use Edna because you're going to be saving that one extra step, the one extra efficiency of not having to open the side flaps if you don't need them, right? You don't need them. All right, Gail, of course, amazing for tape runners, especially I have got dots, tabs, repositionable, permanent, vellum, all these different types of adhesives. And I can just open this up on my workspace. You see some of them are labeled. So this is my secret code for dots and permanent. This one, just with the big R on it, means a repositionable. So you're getting to see my secret life here. But now I can pull out exactly what I need and then I can pop it back in. So I don't have to bury them on my workspace. When I'm done crafting for the day, I'm going to close that up and I'm going to put it away. When I need adhesives, I'm going to be able to pull out the whole thing. So, of course, I'm going to put brandy in my tote to go with me. Now, when I'm crafting somewhere, I'm going to leave my lowest tote sitting on the floor. And things like brandy, I'm just going to open up and I'm going to put it in the tote because I'm going to be able to pull out whatever ruler I want to work with straight out of my tote, bring it to my workspace. I don't need all of these on my workspace at the same time. So I'm just going to stand her up open when I get to the event, and then I can actually use what's in the brandy bag without taking the whole bag out. So imagine your workspace at a crafting event is always way too full. So this is a great way to utilize that little floor space next to you and stay organized the whole time. Okay, and then you're also getting Shelly. So remember, Shelly is great for that curling ribbon. Shelly is awesome for your small ink pads, right? I can see all the colors there. And Shelly is my dream girl for organizing my washi tape. So if I'm going to a Christmas event, I've got my Christmas washi tape. I'm just going to load it into my lowest tote and I'm ready to go. I already talked about Gail. I put Gail in for the adhesives. Now we're down to Deborah, and remember, Deborah is super versatile, like all of the bags. So I've got pens and markers in one, and then I've got, of course, my little picnic pack in the other one. So this is perfect to put in your car or if you keep a picnic basket or anything like that, it's perfect for that. But I'm going to take my Deborah markers. Now remember, cool thing about Deborah, when you're actually using her, you're going to fold back those flaps. You're going to stick the flaps on the back side to the Velcro on the back, and now you've got a little pencil cup that you can actually work out of by pulling things in and out. This would work for small tools too, small scissors, bone folder, anything like that. You can create that your own little tool organizer right on your desktop. And then again, if you want to store your markers flat, you're going to tip it on the side, or you're going to tip it on its back, and that's going to give you that flat, being able to store those flat. So I'm going to pop her in right now. Then, of course, we've got Monica. So if I was going to an event, I might use Monica to prep up all the photos for the event that I was going to go to. Also, she's great for storing embossing folders. And I've got about 25 embossing folders in here. And you notice my embossing folders have a little label on them, right? So because they all look the same, that's my little tip for you today. Cut that off the packaging and then hinge it on with a piece of tape. So I can see what it looks like, but when I run it through my machine, I'm going to be able to flip that back and run it through the machine flat so I don't get that indentation from that design. So embossing folders are perfect. I'm going to take photos with me to my event, so in they go. Oh, I already chose a Gail to go with me, but I might need to take this one to an event if it's an evening or late in the day event. Maybe I'll take two Gails with me. All right, who am I missing? I'm missing Irene. So we've got Irene here loaded with inks. Now remember, Irene has 2 closures. She's got so you can square her up. This is what she looks like in 2 different sizes. So pull the closure over tight if you've got something small in there. Use the second Velcro if you've got something taller. And remember, again, you can stand her vertically if you want to keep those inks flat. That's the manufacturer's recommendation. So we'll throw her in there. Who am I missing? Look at that. I've got all of them in. Do I? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And I've got tons of room still. So a good reason to pick up that second set today, well, if you can, if they're still available. The other thing is, which I mentioned earlier, when you're getting these, you're getting all of them packaged individually in your bundle. So if you're looking for the perfect Christmas gift for your crafty friends, or you do a crafty gift exchange, this is a perfect way to get those 10 buddy bags. Get one, gift one, share them. But it's a great way to kind of cover all of your crafty friends at Christmas time. So what do you think, Joe? How's the bundle doing?
I'm excited. I am so excited that we've got so many buddy bags on the show at the same time. You would not believe the logistical nightmare that it's been to get all these buddy bags together. Because the thing is, right, we bring them in and then they sell out. And we bring them in, we think we're going to do a show, and then they sell out again. We cannot keep them in stock. We have worked so hard to get this big bundle together for you and to be able to give you that free lowest tote as well. 70% of the stock has now sold out and gone. However, if you want them, I think it's going to go either at the very end of this hour or just after this hour. If you're watching this show back at a later date, definitely check the stock, check the website for the stock situation. Design board, super busy on that rotating design board. Don't forget about that. You're going to absolutely love this rotating design board. It's incredible. So make sure you check one of those. Pop one of those in your basket, I'd say. If you're shopping away online. And in fact, wouldn't it? I'll tell you what, if you were going for this bundle and then you pop that in your basket, that would get you over the $100. So you'd get free shipping and handling, which would be awesome. So maybe there's a little idea for you. Now we're going to cross over back to Leann. Leann's going to go back through the bags again, how she likes to use them. I'll give you the details of what the ones that we do have available as we go through them. But they're all very busy individually. What I would say is once this configuration here on your screen sells out, we'll still have the individual ones, but you won't be getting the free lowest. So if you want the free lowest, absolutely grab it now whilst we have it, because it's worth £14.99 or $19.99. So I wouldn't want you to miss out on that.
Honestly, Joe, I love this. What I was trying to say earlier when I hijacked your photographs. You know my units from IKEA that I've been talking about.
Yes.
That I got, and I've started to Tiffanyise them. So I've started to get all of my buddy bags and my storage and all my different files. I'm getting very organised at home. Do you know what's happened, Joe? In one unit, I can fit double the amount of stuff in.
Wow.
And it's just because I've got it categorised and organised, and I've got them in bags and they're stacked, and I'm using all of this vacuous space above it that would have just been there and empty before. Now it can be all used. So actually in the same amount of space, I can fit twice the amount of stuff, which is brilliant news for us crafters because we're always buying new stuff. And if you can fit more in without having to put an extension on the house, that is a bonus for me. My first fave bag is the Shelley. I love Shelley and I use her for my gilding waxes. And I know, I think this is the one that Tiffany uses for her washi tapes and her little inks and little bits and bobs like that. But I've got Shelley here. She's the washi tape one that our Tiffany loves. And I use her for my gilding waxes. And you can see I can get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of my gilding, 6 of my gilding waxes in there. Really great and fantastic that I could just carry her around.
Shelley,
she's brilliant.
You can only get her in that big bundle. She's only available in the big bundle. If you want Shelley, you'll need to get it in the big bundle. Shall I say it one more time? You need to get it in the big bundle. Let's get it in the big bundle. Do you know where you need to get it, Leann?
Hey, Joe, do I need to get this? Do I need to get this in the big bundle?
That's exactly where you need to get it.
Okay, I'm going to get it in the big bundle.
Perfect.
I'm going to do it. I have got Irene now. Irene is fantastic for all of these little glue bottles, for my little pearly doodads. I really love that. I mean, it's brilliant. You've seen Tiffany talk to you about the fact that you can actually make that higher. And actually for the higher option, for those of you who are on a new journey into our fabulous glues, the Kalal, Tacky and All Purpose over in the USA, those of you who are discovering them, what you can do with having this one is pop those bottles in there, and having that extra touch fastening where you can bend it over at the top there means you can store your tacky and your all-purpose in there if you want to as well. So Irene is fantastic.
Absolutely. Come on, Irene. A third of the stock as Irene has sold out and gone. Details along the bottom there for you. Who's next?
So I've just changed the content of my Monica, and Monica before had my Gemini Mini embossing folders in, if you remember. I've got my Gemini Mini embossing folders somewhere else because I had an epiphany with the Leann bag, coming to that in a minute. So actually I had an empty bag, and I thought, you know what, that'll be great just to keep my Xyron in. I could keep my Xyron refills in there if I wanted to. So I've got all of my sticker maker, and actually it's great for my positioning tape, my low tack tape, which I use for all of my die cutting too. So now I've got that in my Monica.
Awesome. 45% of Monica has sold out and gone.
Would you like to see my Leann epiphany?
I would. I love an epiphany.
Oh, look at this.
A Totally Tiffany epiphany.
A Totally Tiffany epiphany with
Love
the
it.
Leann. I mean, honestly, look, this is the Leann bag. Spelled wrong. She's got an E on the end. Pfft, rude. But look, when I open this, you can see again how fantastic and capacious this is. Look how amazing. I have got my Gemini Mini in here. I've got the instructions. I've got all of my cardstock and all of my folders and ridiculous amounts of space for more. The fact that it's got this really sturdy insert in here is amazing for my heavier machine. And that means that my entire die cutting solution and embossing solution is in that bag space and can be took with me on a class. Absolutely fantastic, Joe. That was my Leann epiphany. Before, I had my design rolls in it, my fabric design rolls, which obviously I will have another Leann bag and do that with. But I wanted to show you how you could fit your fabric, fat quarters and fabric in there, or fabulous for your mini and all of the little accessories.
I think it really goes to show, doesn't it, just how versatile every single bag is in this range. Half of Leann has sold out and gone individually. Right, who's next?
Now I've got Gail. Gail is amazing for all of your tape runners, and you know we've been selling a really big bundle of tape runners, haven't we, through birthday week. And in here I've got not even full, I've got 3, 6, 9, so I think I would get another 3 in there quite comfortably, so you could fit a whole 12 of your tape runners, be it your permanent or your dotty, in that fantastic bag, and really lovely to be able to take them around and just have all of your gluing essentials at your fingertips in Gail.
Absolutely. If you want to get Gail, she's available on her own individually there, as you can see, $5.99 or $7.99. Still going. Can you believe how many bags you get in this bundle?
It's incredible, isn't it? This is Merle. Is it Merle or Merle? Merle. Merle.
Merle.
Merle.
Merle.
Merle.
Merle.
Merle. Okay.
Merle. Merle.
Merle.
Merle. Merle.
M-Y-R-E-L.
Mine.
Yours.
Merle.
Mine.
Merle. Mine. Yeah.
Mine. Merle.
Mine. Yeah. Merle.
Merle is brilliant for all of my cottons and twines and ribbons. And you see, when I'm going around to do my sewing, having your cotton rattling around all over the place and not just having them in one place can be a nightmare. So having them all organised in there, I use it for this one. But again, a fantastic insert inside there, which when you open it means that you've got this tray, and the tray is fabulous for keeping things tidy. And actually I use this sometimes for inks and things flat, and then if anything spills out, it's in the tray, it can be rinsed under the tap, and my bag hasn't been ruined. So fantastic to have those little removable storage trays in there, and also gives the rigidity so it keeps it nicely in shape for everything that you're putting inside.
Now, Muriel, very, very busy on Muriel. $5.99, $7.99 if you want to get her individually. There's also, so we have Muriel. Who is next, Leann?
Well, I'm looking.
You're looking for Edna?
I'm looking for, oh, I think I might have found her.
Now,
I'm
has
looking
Muriel
for
got
Edna.
flaps or has Edna got flaps?
Here, Edna, here. Muriel's got flaps, Edna's got no flaps.
Absolutely, brilliant.
I found her. Here's Edna. So this is good, isn't it? So this is Edna, and she doesn't have any little flaps on the end. She has just got our ink pads inside. So we've got all of our Harmony ink pads in here. Perfect for that. You can see, and I've got a mixture of my quick dry, my Harmony reactive, and my pigment in there. And actually, with space for more, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 21 ink pads in here. 21. Let's just take a moment to consider that. 21 ink pads in Edna.
And the great thing is with that, Leanne, as well, because you're going to be able to store them up the right way as well. When you pop them in the bag, they're all going to be facing up the right way, which is
and I've got
awesome.
a tower of ink pads, and then you've got that tray that's keeping them all still. I could have that stood on my desk like that and just be selecting the ink pad that I want. And there's space for more. I think you're going to be able to fit a good 23 of our Harmony ink pads in Edna, and fantastic that I don't have to faff on with the flaps at the side. I can just get that one touch fastening at the front there. And of course I want flaps at the side when I'm using Merrill, because I don't want all of the things falling out of the side, the smaller little bobbins and things that I've got. So brilliant for both of them.
Absolutely. Edna's very, very busy as well. 60% of Edna has sold out and gone already. I can't believe we're still going. Who's next?
Now we've got our this is Deborah. Deborah is brilliant for your markers. I really love this, and genius that we've got a little bit of one touch fastening on the back, which allows you to make this into a desktop accessible pot. So what you do is, I'll just put this here so you can see, you fold those two flaps back. So there's my two flaps when I've opened it from there. I fold those back against themselves, and then when I turn this round to show you, I then fold that down, and those flaps catch onto the one touch fastening strip at the back.
How amazing.
Which makes it into an accessible pen pot for you to work on your desktop with, and when you're finished, you detach that, fold that back over, put your little flaps in place, put that down, pick it up, and off you go.
How awesome is that? If you want to get Deborah, over 30% of Deborah now gone individually as well. As I'm telling you this and we're going through and giving you individuals, remember the best value far and away, guys, is getting the whole collection. You're getting that free lowest tote worth $19.99 or £14.99. How are we doing on the stock of that big collection? 3/4 now of the big collection has gone, and the problem is, I'm getting to a point where there's so many of you in the ordering process that it won't be long before we get to that point where we have as many of you trying to get this as we actually have stock available. If you've been watching the entirety of this show and you've been, thinking about it, what am I trying to say, Leanne? I'm trying to say it's making your mind up time. It really is. If you've been thinking about it the whole show, you want to be able to get the biggest selection of buddy bags I believe we've ever brought to you in one go and get the free lowest tote, then I would definitely act sooner rather than later. If it's in your bag, in your basket, and you're just, leisurely shopping away, I'd say this is definitely a good time to get yourself checked out as well. Who's next?
Absolutely. Next is one of my favourites, Brandy. Oh my word, she is fantastic. I love the fact, well, again, and you and me both, Joe, she's tall and thin. Neither of the things that I am. But you can get all of your 12-inch rulers in here. I've got my paintbrush rulers in here, in here as well. I've got my flower foaming ball tools in there as well. So much you can fit in, and a brilliant long space. I really love this. What I do when I'm working with this at home is I pull out the little tray, and because the tray doesn't have an end here, I must just show you. So you see you've got this tray insert. Let me move that little flap there. I really want to show you how this works. That tray can pull out so you can access everything, look, but it hasn't got an end on, so that actually when it's on my desk I can select and pull things out towards myself. But what it does do is give the rigidity in the bag, which means when you push that back in, it's all in place. Now the other good thing about this, I must just show you because I don't know whether you've seen this. Can you see that Brandy's flaps are longer than anybody else's? Yeah, they're longer. And the reason Brandy's flaps are longer is what you can do is you can attach them here and here, and that means when you're closing her and opening her, you've got this kind of hinge system on the side here that you can see, which means that just keeps it nicely in place and everything doesn't fall out. Just every tiny little detail thought about so cleverly by Tiffany, and really innovative use for all of these things. And even if you're watching all of these bags that we're going through and you're thinking, oh, I really quite fancy that bundle, but that one bag, let's say it's Irene. Let's say you've decided, I really love that collection, but I don't think I've got a use for Irene in my life, so I'm not going to bother. Actually, Irene, brilliant for all of your tea bags, your coffee pods, your little bits of sugar, your spoons, if that's what you're travelling with. Really, really brilliant. So It's fabulous. It's just very, very useful.
Awesome. Irene, very, very busy individually. $5.99 or $7.99 if you want to go to Irene. Right, who is next, Leanne? We're going to roll along.
Next is Denise. So we've got our Denise here, and Denise is very brilliant and extremely usable. You see, Denise has got all of these fabulous Velcro fastenings on here. Her lid opens up, and then inside these 3 little plastic pots, we've got all of our foam pads, we've got our little dies, we've got our larger dies here. It's a fantastic organisation solution where you can categorise what you're storing in here, and it makes it very, very accessible for you and really easy. It's absolutely, I mean, I just love this one. This is a very useful one, simply because you can see even each of those little pockets inside aren't full of stuff. They're just incredibly usable.
Absolutely, they are. If you want to go for Denise, $6.99 or $9.49 for Denise. Have we got one more left?
No, that was
it?
Leanne. That was Leanne. That was
we
my
already saw
Leanne bag
Leanne.
from earlier, one of my
Leanne
favourites.
peaked. Leanne peaked. Over half of Leanne has gone. If you want to get this deal, guys, the stock is going really, really fast. $60.90 or $82.90. If you are a platinum member, $48.72 or $66.32. Now, there are 2 brand new additional bags. The Sarah, 3/4 gone, and also the Stephanie, very busy as well. Sarah, $5.99 or $7.99, and Stephanie is also available for you as well. Stephanie is $9.99 or $9.99. Details on the bottom of the screen. We are fast running out of time, but we're going to cross back to Tiffany for one last time, who I believe is going to take us through these 2 new bags. I'm guessing Sarah, did she demand a buddy bag, Tiffany? Because it's funny how she got the first one out the gate afterwards.
You know, it's funny. I was already in the process of Sarah because of the tri-blends, because so many of our crafters over here love the tri-blends. That was a request. Can I get a bag that's long enough for those markers? And so that was natural for me to just name it Sarah. So I'm going to go through the Stephanie and the Sarah, but I want to show you something so quick. My mom is sitting over here in my crafting area working on something. And while in the break, I'm like, what are you doing? Well, she was like waving this at me. This is the sticky die storage card. And I don't know if you can see it. She's got all these little tiny beads stuck to it, right? So let me open this up. So she's got all her tiny beads stuck to it. And she's able to choose a bead, right, off there with her needle. And then look at this beautiful beadwork. This is for my the living room of our casita. This is the fabric that's in the living room. She has just totally beaded that using these. So what a crazy coincidence that here she is working on that project, and that is what we are talking about today. So if you're a beater, you want to pick up an extra pack of those, today's the day. Okay, let's talk about Sarah. So you already know, Joe already showed you the beauty of Sarah and the fact that Sarah, let me get her open here. Come on, girl. Sarah puts your markers at 3 different levels. So they're easy to pull out exactly the color that you want, right? And how Sarah does that is that she has, when you get her, this one's put together, this is going to be part of the package. And inside this package, you're going to find this little clear stair step. And that is what goes into the bottom of your Sarah bag once you put it together. And that is how you're going to get your pens to level up. So don't miss that little brown box in your package, because you need that to get Sarah to be on the level. Now, if you are using these super long markers called chameleons, you have those as well. They will fit in the Sarah bag. You can see height-wise. No, do not put the stadium bottom in, right? They're too long for that. People have been asking me for something for chameleons since chameleons came out. This is your girl. Sarah's your girl. Don't use the stadium in the bottom. All right, now let's go Stephanie. Look at Stephanie. She is the ink pad goddess, right? Look at that. So I have labeled her on the end and on the top. And you'll notice it looks like they're in backwards, and they are. Because if you put your inks in the right way, if you throw your inks on the floor the right way, if you put your ink pad boxes in this way towards the front of the bag, right, you are not going to see the inks at the top. So reverse them around and put them in this way, and now you can see all of the ink colors in the bag. Now, one of the things you're going to find when you open your Stephanie bag is a sheet of stickers that look like this. And these are paper stickers, and they are designed to go so you can ink up your the stickers and put them right on the front of your ink. So now you can see the true color of the ink inside quickly and easily, and then just stack them up. Look how beautiful that is. Doesn't that just make you feel like, oh, I want to do some crafting, right? When you look at all those bright colors. So labels on the top, labels on the end. My other tip for you is to label the box on the inside. Don't label the bag itself. Why is that? Because the labels pull off the boxes more easily. So if you're going to change what's in the box, it's easier to get the sticky label off the plastic liner box than it is to get it off the vinyl bag. Plus, you can control a little bit where it's going to go, right? Up and down, so it's not in the way of the handle. So don't forget, don't look for the stickers because you're going to use those to clearly mark. Now, you can write the name of the ink on the sticker and ink it as well, or you can just ink it. Either way, it's going to work. So she also works for other things. So in this case, what I've done is I have tipped the boxes up instead of down, instead of forward. So now I've got Nuvo drops. I've got some of my smaller embossing folders. I've got classic craft paints in there. So a little bit of versatility in the Stephanie bag as well. So great for inks, great for all different types of inks. And you're going to get anywhere from 24 to 32 inks depending. And then, of course, the Sarah bag is just a must-have for any of those tri-blends. You get that nice stair step with her. And again, you can use her standing up, but when you're going to store her, if you want to store your inks flat, put her on her side or put her on her back, and she's going to be perfect for that use as well. What do you think about the Stephanie bag, Joe? Are you going to load up your ink pads in there?
Yeah, I love it. Lots of viewers are loving it as well because they're able to compartmentalize their different kinds of ink pads as well into those different compartments. Tiffany, we are almost out of time. So it's been an absolute pleasure to be back with you again today for a craft house. Do you think we should do it again real soon?
I think we should do it again real soon, and I think it's important to notice that all of the colors of the pop-up trash can are on special today too. And before I go, I have kind of a treat today because not only did my mom pop by, but my husband, who usually runs the camera, is out of town. And so my son, I want to introduce you. All the U.S. ladies already know London because I've been dragging him around for years to trade shows. But as I say bye, I wanted you to just get a sneak peek at London, and he can say hi and bye to you as well. He's going to be my cameraman going forward. There he is. He looks like a tech guy, doesn't he?
He does, yeah.
All right, ladies.
He's done great work today.
Leann, awesome to spend the morning with you. I'll see you again, I hope, very soon.
I hope so, real soon. Happy Halloween as well to you guys over there on the other side of the pond. So great to have Tiffany join us again here in the studio, as it always is. Right, guys. It's big girl pant time, okay? Because Sarah, how are we doing with Sarah? She is limited stock. Less than 10% of the Sarah stock is available. I kid you not, I checked the system today to see how many Sarah bags we bought in at the start of this week. It was a stock quantity of thousands. We had thousands of these. We are down to, how many do we actually have? Are we down to double figures now on the Sarah bag? I think we are. Yes, we are double figures on the Sarah bag, having started with thousands at the start of the week. Please be quick if you want that. However, the Totally Tiffany bundle, so the huge bundle that we've got for you, the Buddy bag and Lois bag tote is limited stock. Less than 10% of that stock left to go around. We have got less than 50 now to go around, which you consider there are, 850 people watching this live right now at the moment. That is a handful of stock that we have left to go around. Less than 30 now, I'm hearing. It's going super fast. We are now in a position whereby we have more of you trying to get that bundle here on the screen than we actually have stock available. I'm going to ask Leann to shimmy it over a little bit so we can see it again in situ with all the stuff in it. That huge bag full. Imagine this is coming to you, absolutely packed full. You're going to need a bigger step, Leann.
I am going to need a bigger step, but I'm almost like the little what no man. I can only just hardly be seen over it. I think it could probably pack me into this if we wanted to. I was just reorganising some things and putting in my personal stuff so I could take it home. So I was a bit shocked when he said you wanted to see it again. brilliant. It's fantastic, and I love these big grab handles on it too, Jo. You can get it over your arm and carry it, you can get it over your shoulder and carry it. And actually what I do, I've got a wheelable craft tote. I hook these handles over the handle of my wheelable craft tote, and it sits on top nicely, so if I don't want to carry it, I can wheel it around. Really is just the fantastic bag, and I love the fact that you can see everything. And do you know what I do with mine, Jo, as well? When we can go around, I take it as a beach bag. And I take all of the bags outside, and Lois becomes my beach bag with my towels rolled up, my sun creams, my book, everything else, my picnic, my snacks, my bottle of water, because everything's in there and I can see it.
Less than 20 now, Leanne, less than 20.
I mean, really, I'm not surprised. And using it as a beach bag is phenomenal, or a picnic bag, just a cushion, a reading book, your water bottle, your blanket, your picnic blanket, your food, they can all fit in here, and it's fantastic. It's for so much more than just than craft, because it's been made with those really fabulous big square sides and base. It just becomes a very usable bag when you're doing anything, when you're traveling or getting yourself organised.
Absolutely it does. You guys are absolutely loving it. 15 of them now left to go around. I'm hearing it is very, very busy. Oh, how could I forget? I nearly forgot to give my last birthday bag away. I'm a bit sad, guys. You know why? It's my last day of birthday today. I've got a whole year to wait. It's my last birthday bag. Who's going to get their hands on my last birthday bag? It is Sue Hintsey. Sue Hintsey on YouTube. You are my last birthday bag. You're going to get my last bingo ball as well. It is going into here. It is I-26. I-26. In it goes. We'll give this a good old spin. And remember, Sue, you just need to drop us an email, please. Prizes at crafterscompanion.co.uk is where you need to send it. This is what you could be winning. How fabulous. Someone is going to win that. 6 more chances to get your hands on that tomorrow, which is awesome. Happy Halloween, everyone, as well. I hope you're having a lovely and safe Halloween, because I know a lot of you can't get out and about and trick or treat in the regular way, but I hope you are having some fun all the same. Deb sent us in this. Check this out. How cool is this? This could be one of yours. Leanne, this could be Tinkle
yes,
Millie.
my little Minnie and Tink would look lovely in that little outfit, wouldn't they? I'm not so sure whether they would look so happy wearing it, but they would look gorgeous in it. I love that little guy.
Oh, and check out the cutest trick-or-treater I think I've seen all years. This is Seagod's grandson, Ryder. Isn't he just the cheekiest looking little thing?
Ryder is adorable. He really is. Gorgeous little guy.
So cheeky. Patricia sent us this in. Oh, this is a work of art. Her daughter did this a few years ago.
Oh my word. I mean, that. Oh, I've just realised that that's a raven standing on a skull.
Yes.
Oh my word.
How amazing.
Oh, Edgar Allan, that's very dark, Edgar Allan Poe. But absolutely amazing, incredible. What an artist.
Absolutely awesome. I once made a peacock out of a watermelon, but it wasn't that impressive. Renee sent these ones into us as well. I think they are
I love
absolutely
those.
gorgeous.
Are they coffee
really
tables?
What?
Are they coffee tables?
They're on a coffee table, I think.
Is that not a table, or is it just a decoration?
It's just a... All made out of paper.
All out of paper. It looks like a piñata.
It does, doesn't it?
Oh my word, it's amazing.
How absolutely fabulous are they? Right, we're out of time. What amazing week it's been. I had double Sarah, and then I've had double Leanne to complete these birthday celebrations. Leanne, it's been an absolute joy, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your weekend. And I hope we're back together soon. Do you know when you're back with us here on Crafts TV?
I think it's early November. It's not too long to wait. I think it's just over a week, and then I'll be back. So I'm really looking forward to that.
Oh, awesome. That is going to be absolutely fantastic. I cannot wait. I've had the loveliest 4 days, so thank you all for that. I'm off now for a little while. I'll be back with you here on Crafted TV on Thursday. Ben will be here for a few days as of tomorrow, and then I believe that Derek will be up a little bit later in the week as well. Massive thanks to Leanne. Huge thanks to the team next door in the gallery, and as always, the biggest thanks to every single one of you at home. I will see you back here on Thursday. Make sure you join Ben, and Sarah tomorrow for the last day of birthday. Take care.